The vastness of space had always been an enigma for humankind. The stars, distant and untouchable, held secrets that seemed unreachable. For centuries, humanity had looked to the heavens, searching for answers to questions of existence. But when an unexpected signal from the depths of the cosmos reached Earth, everything changed. This was no ordinary message. It was a beacon that promised to unlock the universe's most profound mysteries. The signal had been detected by the newly established Elysium Station, a research facility on the edge of the solar system. It was unlike anything humanity had encountered before. Its pattern was too complex to be natural, its frequency far too precise. As scientists scrambled to analyze the data, one truth became undeniable. This was a message, and it came from a star that had gone dark. The Council of Galactic Exploration quickly assembled a team for a mission, to track the source of the signal and discover its origins. At the helm of the mission was Captain Seraphim Dean, a seasoned explorer with a reputation for pushing the boundaries of human knowledge. His crew consisted of diverse specialists: Dr. Elena Nyx, a brilliant astrogator; Tycho, a young but gifted engineer; and Eos, an advanced AI capable of real-time analysis and support. Their ship, the Nova 7, was equipped with the latest technology, designed for long-duration space travel. But as it departed the station and ventured into the unknown, Captain Dean couldn't shake the feeling that this mission would be unlike any other. He was right. Days turned to weeks, and the crew of the Nova 7 ventured deeper into the uncharted territories of space. The closer they got to the source of the signal, the more anomalies they encountered. Strange fluctuations in the fabric of space-time, inexplicable gravitational distortions, and bizarre electromagnetic fields seemed to follow them wherever they went. The stars around them appeared distorted, and the ship's sensors began picking up irregular readings. Something was out there, something ancient. One night, as Captain Dean stared into the star-streaked abyss from the observation deck, he was struck by an unsettling thought. What if they were being watched? What if this journey was more than just an exploration, but a test, one set in motion by an intelligence far older than humankind? Dr. Elena Nyx, studying the signal's pattern, had another theory. The signal isn't just a distress call, it's an invitation, she said, an invitation to something far beyond our understanding. Tycho, always the optimist, added, maybe it's a message of hope, a sign that we're not alone. As the crew continued their journey, they began to notice strange occurrences aboard the Nova 7. Unexplained power surges, disturbances in the gravity field, and the occasional malfunction in their communication systems. Eos, the AI, repeatedly ran diagnostic checks, but everything seemed normal, yet something felt off. Finally, after several months of traveling through uncharted space, the Nova 7 reached the coordinates of the signal. What they saw was unlike anything they had ever imagined. Before them lay an entire star system, but it wasn't like any other system the crew had ever studied. The stars within it were clustered together in a way that defied all known laws of celestial mechanics. They were too close to each other, too perfectly aligned. Their radiance wasn't steady, but flickered as though responding to an invisible force. The planets that orbited these stars were not like ordinary worlds, but seemed to shimmer with strange energy. These stars, they're not natural, Dr. Nyx said, her voice filled with awe. They're arranged in a pattern like a cosmic map, but for what purpose? Eos, as always, was quick to provide a hypothesis. The arrangement of these stars suggests an advanced form of energy manipulation, perhaps a network designed to harness the energy of the cosmos itself. Captain Dean was silent for a moment, gazing at the stars before him. What are we dealing with here, Eos? This isn't just a system, it's a monument. The crew decided to get closer to explore this mysterious star system. As they approached the central star, the one emitting the most intense energy, the Nova 7 was rocked by a sudden, powerful shockwave. The ship's hull groaned under the strain, and alarms blared throughout the vessel. "Hold on," Tycho shouted as he worked furiously at the controls to stabilize the ship. "Something's not right, the energy levels are spiking, we need to leave now." But Captain Dean, his curiosity now fully awakened, refused to turn back. "We've come this far, we're not leaving until we understand what this is." With the Nova 7 stabilized, the crew continued their journey into the heart of the system. There, they discovered the source of the strange energy, a massive, artificial structure, suspended in the gravitational pull of the central star. It was a Dyson sphere, an ancient, colossal megastructure designed to harvest the energy of the star. The realization hit them like a thunderclap. This was not a natural phenomenon. Someone had built this. As the crew approached the Dyson sphere, their instruments began picking up even more anomalous readings. The structure was alive with energy, almost as if it had a consciousness of its own. The stars around them pulsed with an intensity they had never before witnessed. "It's as if this whole system is breathing," Dr. Nyx whispered. Eos, scanning the structure, made a startling discovery. This Dyson sphere is not just a power generator. It is a repository of knowledge, an ancient archive, a library of cosmic history. The crew docked the Nova 7 near the structure and began their investigation. They found that the exterior of the Dyson sphere was covered in strange symbols, alien hieroglyphs that seemed to shift and change as they observed them. As they ventured deeper into the structure, the crew was faced with more surprises. Rooms filled with holographic images of distant worlds, advanced technologies that seemed beyond even their wildest dreams, and artifacts that defied all explanation. It was a relic of an ancient civilization, one that had mastered the manipulation of stars, harnessing their energy and knowledge in ways humanity could scarcely comprehend. But they weren't alone. A voice, deep and resonant, echoed through the chamber. "You have come to witness the legacy of the Starborn," it said. "But be warned, for the path you walk now will test the very limits of your understanding. Those who seek the stars must be prepared to face the consequences." Suddenly, the walls of the Dyson sphere shifted, and the crew found themselves in a vast, otherworldly chamber. The floor beneath their feet was a shimmering liquid, and the sky above them was filled with swirling galaxies and nebulae. It was as though they had stepped outside of time and space itself. "The test," the voice continued, "only those worthy may proceed." As the crew looked around, they saw visions of distant stars, of planets teeming with life, and of entire civilizations that had risen and fallen. The test was not a physical trial, it was a mental and philosophical one. Each of them was confronted with their deepest fears, their hopes, their desires. They were forced to face the very essence of what it meant to be human. Captain Dean saw a vision of Earth, but it was not the Earth he knew. It was a barren wasteland, ravaged by war and neglect. He realized that humanity's future was at stake. This was the consequence of their choices, the path they were on. He had to make a decision, to use the knowledge of the Starborn to save humanity, or to walk away, leaving the secrets of the stars untouched. One by one, the crew members faced their own trials. Dr. Nyx had to confront her fear of failure, Tycho had to come to terms with the loss of his family, and Eos, the AI, was forced to confront its own sentience and the question of what it meant to be alive. At the end of the trial, Captain Dean stood alone in the heart of the Dyson sphere, a decision weighing heavily on him. He understood now. The knowledge of the stars was not just a gift, it was a responsibility. Humanity had to earn it. The voice spoke once more. "You have passed the test. The path forward is yours to choose. But remember, knowledge without wisdom leads to ruin." With their minds expanded and their understanding of the universe forever altered, the crew of the Nova 7 made their way back to their ship. They had unlocked the secrets of the Starborn, but they knew the real journey was just beginning. The stars, once distant and untouchable, were now within their grasp. But as they departed the Dyson sphere, Captain Dean couldn't help but wonder, were they ready for what lay ahead? As the Nova 7 left the ancient star system behind, they set their sights on the horizon of the cosmos, ready to explore the uncharted territories of space. And with the knowledge they had gained, humanity stood on the precipice of its greatest adventure yet. But in the depths of the stars, something else watched, something ancient, something waiting.